Hey guys, Deplorable Deb here. You know me, I shoot from the hip, and when I say something, it's because I have to get it off my chest. And, I'm just speaking what I feel. And naturally, some people are not going to like it. So, if you don't like it, that's fine. You can write, but you know what? If I don't like what you're writing, I don't have to keep it on my page. But it's my page, so that's how I see it. This afternoon, I watched the press, which I really don't watch it that much. And this has been weighing on me since yesterday, even though I did just one video, I think, about it. Yeah. When Sarah Huckabee said that the White House, she put it in a way that I guess I took it that they were happy that the American people were vigilant and was able to proceed with the parade, and that they saw that Americans were standing strong. I don't have it word for word, but it gave me the impression that the White House was happy, and again, that's fine with them. But there's something that's weighing on me. What's weighing on me is the fact that I sit here and realize that yesterday we had a terrorist attack in an area of New York City that I know very well because I used to go down to Christopher Street, especially at that time, Greenwich Village. It wasn't so out and that, but the gay area. And I always relate the Halloween parade to be predominantly when gay people get together and, they have this parade. That's how it's always been for me. But what struck me, that's fine. Mayor de Blasio, Governor Cuomo, they said they were going to continue it. I think what got me is when I truly felt, and I'm going to say it, I wished that the gay community, for once, would have just came out yesterday and made a statement pertaining to them even having this parade, especially at a time that there was just a terrorist attack not far down the street. Not far down the street, people. I know it's hard because you don't know the area, but not far down the street where 8 people were killed and blood probably still on the street. So it kind of floored me when they said that the parade was going to go on. Now let me explain to you why I'm getting on the gay thing. I felt more that gay people or the gay LGBT, whatever, community or group, whatever, should have came out and say, you know what, we're not going to be part of this parade. And I know that was going to be hard because they like to get out there to do their twerking and, drag queens and people always, and understand, I know that life, I know that culture. But what gets me is we forget about the Pulse nightclub. And I sat here yesterday saying to myself, gee, what would gay people feel, or the families, whatever, after we had the incident, the terrorist incident, I don't care what people want to call it, was a terrorist attack at a gay nightclub, 49 people died. How would the gay group, even though there were some people that weren't all gay, and I always say that, not everybody that goes to a gay club is gay, okay? Now, what got me is, could you imagine, after that attack at the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, what the gay people probably were going to say, or the liberal media was going to say? Oh, a parade still going on around the area? How insensitive. How insensitive. But you see, when the Pulse nightclub happened, so many people came together, and they had candlelight vigils. I'm just saying to myself yesterday and today, boy, oh boy, how, you know, does anybody understand how I feel? There's literally times I'm embarrassed. I really am. I'm embarrassed as a gay woman. I told Missy this morning, I don't even want to be called that anymore. I was having coffee with her this morning, and I said, I don't even want to be called that anymore, because it just seems that it's double standard. How insensitive that none of the gay community, especially marching in that parade, should have came out and spoke on behalf of that terrorist attack and the eight people. Matter of fact, what do we look like to Australia? That I believe 5 men of the dead were tourists from Australia. Let alone, I think there's a woman, one that is injured now, actually lost both her legs. See, I don't believe this. I don't believe that, you know, certain things could happen. I'm not saying the parade shouldn't have taken place. Not yesterday. Not within hours, 2-3 hours of the attack. That's what I don't get. And then when I saw pictures of gay people marching and dancing and twerking and whatever, how disrespectful of the fact is that, if anything, they should have came in solidarity of that attack. I'm not getting this. I'm not getting it. And that's what bothers me, is that when something happens and it's pertaining to the liberal gay community, oh, forget it. Could you imagine this happening? It was almost like, that's why I got annoyed at de Blasio and that, with this attitude that we just got to continue on, and meanwhile, they're allowing this. They allow this to keep happening. So, this is how I feel. I'm being honest with you. I don't even want to be called a gay woman anymore, because it is true. I do get embarrassed. I get embarrassed the way that it just, you know, some things aren't correct. And I've had this discussion with a lot of gay men that want to be taken serious. They want to hear their voice. But yet it's more important. Again, see my point? It was more important to be out there, you know, doing whatever you got to do. And understand, I would have felt better if the gay community made a statement, okay? Because that parade is predominantly a big gay event. And nobody's going to fool me different. I was born and raised in the Bronx, worked New York City, and I know Greenwich Village. And I waited to see any statement from the LGBT community that they were going to even say something, or at least come out and say, you know what, we're not going to be part of it tonight. Because we know what it feels to be attacked. So yes, I came out and said what I feel, because this is what's bothering me today. It's making me very sad. Very sad. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to come out and speak. Because I saw that, yes, so fine. We got to keep going on. But you know what, guys? We can't make these attacks be normal. Be normal. And to me, it's awful. It's awful to know that if within a few hours, you know, of these people being killed, people were jolly and whatever. It's like I find no morals anymore. I really don't. But also, what I'm finding out is the parade wasn't as packed like de Blasio and Cuomo put out there today. There were people that probably didn't go. And the problem is, why couldn't they turn around and say, you know what, we're going to have, you know, with all those people there, that would have been the greatest thing. What, close to 1 million they're claiming? That you could have turned it into a candlelight vigil? That's what I don't get. I really don't, and it disappoints me. It really does. So yes, I came out to say that I'm upset, and I feel like it's a slap in the face coming from the gay community that has been part of a and it doesn't matter if it's one person or 49 people. We had 8 people yesterday that were killed because of a terrorist attack. And I'm embarrassed for the 5 men that lost their life from another country. What does that look like? What does that look like? That those families are going to be called, or whatever, husband, wife, kid, that these people are, but yet it's big news that the parade went on. It's disappointing. It really is. You know, so it's how I feel. Very disappointed. And very disappointed that with this diversity package thing, whatever, lottery. That's disgusting. That really is. And newsflash, okay? The guy who did this, because he was on that diversity lottery, did you see how many people in his family he brought over? Disgraceful. Also disgraceful to my parents, to any one of us. Any one of us who had parents that came over, or brothers and sisters like me. It's very disgraceful. I can't wrap my head around this. And I got one question. Why? Why? Think about this. What was so wrong with the way we came over with Ellis Island that anything like this had to be changed? And do people understand about this diversity program? The diversity program reached out to countries, get this, of people that probably didn't even want to come here. That's what gets me. That gets me. Diversity of what about the people that are waiting online, that are waiting to come over? I'm not understanding that. I'm not understanding this diversity. Or to reach out to countries that really didn't want to come here. So question. What was so wrong with the way we had it with Ellis Island that all of that had to change? Telling you, it just doesn't make sense to me. Sometimes you gotta leave well enough alone.